Hey guys, welcome back to another Tarkov death investigation video. I'm JohnnyBoy0056 and today I'm breaking down a death on custom. Alright, first thing to look at is the inventory. So what we had in stock during this raid was an 8R215 with a red dot, and we had a tactical rig with armor built into it and plenty of healables. The dog tag in my pouch was from a hatchet runner at the beginning of the raid that I killed. So the weather in game was overcast and visibility wasn't the best, but I came up on this rock to overlook the new gas station and see if anybody was there or see if I could pick off somebody looting. As I came over the rock, I looked at the gas station, and just on the side of the forklift left of that light colored vehicle, I saw some type of player, PMC or scav. Just saw the top of their head move past the corner of the building. So I'm trying to track him to see if he's going to go left or right or cut through this grassy field that's in front of me. As I'm doing so, I cannot find him. I'm thinking maybe he's hunkered down behind the blue wall. So I take a shot to see if I could either maybe get a lucky wall bang through the wall on him, or possibly just scare him into running so I can figure out where he's going. So maybe the shot worked, or maybe he was going to move anyway, but we get a good look at him here as he runs on our screen from right to left through the opening in the blue fence. Not into the grassy field, but just we see him run by in the opening. Okay, so he's now going to proceed to run, well, along the road here or along the wall or maybe into the grass. But in any event, he's going to run on our screen from right to left. The biggest disadvantage I had was clearly my scope. It would have been much easier with a distance scope or a rifled scope to make and land my shots. But based on the circumstances, I take my shots anyway and see what I can get. So after taking some pop shots at him as he ran from right to left on the screen, I take this shot and I think that I may have hit him. I based that on the way he fell in this shot. It didn't look like he dove, in my opinion. It looked like he collapsed. And I thought that I may have actually gotten the kill here. In hindsight, I should have known that I didn't actually get that kill. If I had, his blood stain would have been on that white wall behind him. So I make my way down the rocks, past some scabs that are trying to shoot at me, which sounds like a shotgun, and I'm trying to confirm this kill or finish off this kill if he's healing. So as I come around this blue van, I take a look along the pipeline, and here is an enemy running away from me. And I'm assuming at this point that it is the same guy that I was trying to shoot along the wall. At this point, I don't want to be on the left side of the pipe. I try to go under the pipe here and try to squeeze through for two reasons. One, I know they're scavved in the fields because they've already shot at me. Two, I'm concerned about a scav sniper on the tower. And third, I want to get behind this player so I can just try to shoot him in the back and get the kill there. So now an enemy pushes out into the road that is clearly going to engage me, so I have to make a quick decision here and get this enemy taken care of so I can get back on track with what I'm trying to accomplish. Okay, so now the sniper on the tower is creating an issue for me. The sniper fire is going to basically force me to move to places I don't want to move, and it's going to force me to move faster than I want to, thereby giving up my position to the enemy if he's still nearby. So the sniper fire actually, I believe, hit me in the bulletproof vest. Forces me through the wall where I think that there may still be an enemy, which was the one I was tracking. I've now run through the wall, so he for sure heard me if he's in the area. I've also run through the wall, and I have to pick which way to turn. So as I run through the wall, I look this way on this still shot here, but I still have an unknown, completely unknown, behind my character at this point. So I do get a little lucky with this water tank here on my side. I immediately turn around to check behind me. That was my only remaining unknown, and for the moment, I feel like I'm safe. A quick inventory check here confirms what I thought, that the chest armor was hit by the sniper, but my health is still okay. So at this point I hear these voices and I know that there's an enemy from behind me. So I thought I was safe for a moment, and now I've determined that I've got a big problem, an enemy coming up behind me. As many times as I've watched this clip back, I don't know specifically where he came from. I had checked this area completely as I came through the wall. I checked in front of me and behind me. And based on his positioning here, I'm still wondering if he was maybe tucked down behind the light pole, or if he was laying down behind the pipe and I just couldn't see him on my initial entry behind the wall. So my biggest advantage at this point is the fact that the pipe is between him and I. My problem is that I can go nowhere but forward or backwards because of it. I have a wall on my right and the pipe on my left, and he's closing the gap between him and I. Another disadvantage is that I know that my gun is only semi-auto fire. No full auto fire on this gun. So as he runs by, I actually managed to line up a perfect shot for the headshot. The problem, as in the last death investigation video I did, is that the barrel of my gun is lower than the sight of my gun. So because of that, my shot ricochets off the pipe instead of landing the kill shot. And here's the shot twice in slow motion. And here's the evidence that the bullet ricocheted off the pipe instead of landing the headshot. Okay, so I went too aggressive here. This was definitely a mistake I made. After taking the shots at him, I should have just held my ground. Why I started to push up on this corner makes no sense. If it would have been smarter for me to just sit where I was and wait for him to peek on me. Unless he threw a grenade or forced me out of the position, there's no reason I should have come out from where I was. I've got cover on two sides of me. I've got it in front of me and on back of me at the position I'm standing in. And I can listen to his footsteps to determine if he's going to push left or push right. So I should have just held my shot, held my corner, waited for him to peek, and tried to get the kill shot at that point.
Hold it!
To compound my mistake, I decided to not only push to the right to try to get a shot, but I decided the pipe is now in my way, and I jump on top of the pipe. Unfortunately, as I'm committing that motion, the enemy was also pushing to his left, already has sights on me, and I'm in the middle of a jump. If I was going to peek the right side, I should have just stayed behind the pipe and slowly peeked. So I panic, I retreat, giving my back to the enemy. As soon as I get far enough along the water tank, I decide I'm going to turn and try to take some shots. I'm still standing on the pipe. He is pushing. He knows he has the advantage at this point, and this is basically the end for me, as I have my entire body exposed. He's already got sights on me, and now I have to turn 180 degrees and take a shot. At least get off the pipe, Johnny boy. So I shoot, he shoots his accurate shots, and puts me down. So as good as my tracking was from the gas station, across the field, along the wall, chasing down the enemy I was chasing, killing the scav in the road, avoiding the sniper, it really came down to the last few seconds where once I went on the other side of the wall and I engaged the enemy, it was a few very poor decisions that actually led to my death. Everything else before that was, I believe, fairly decent, and it got me to where I needed to be, but in the end, it was just, I jumped, I went on top of a pipe, I exposed my entire body, I'm using a semi-auto weapon, the distance is close, I gave my back, and these combinations. Alright, so as usual, here is the full video in real time. for you guys to now take a look at and see how it happened in real time.
Stop! Hold it!
So that concludes another Tarkov death investigation. If you guys are liking the content, please like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow that. I'm live 4 nights a week on twitch.tv/JohnnyBoy0056. 4 nights a week, about 4 hours a night. We're doing Tarkov pretty much every night on the stream. I'd love to see you guys there. Thank you for everything, and we'll see you guys soon.